Hello, I'm Ron Lamberty with Flex Fuel Forward. And if you're confused by the difference between capped costs on equipment and the maximum amount of USDA matching funds, this Step 5B video with Kelly Bogle and Tony Crooks of USDA should clear it up for you. One of the things we get into then is the difference between the match and the average capped cost. I know there's been a lot of confusion about caps, like from a dispenser, what you have listed as your caps, as opposed to what the match is. Can you kind of walk through what people need to know about that?
All right. So the capped cost. So when you go into Tony's technical guide and you look at this thing that says $38,000 per dispenser, what Tony is saying in there is that that's the total capped cost for that dispenser, that unit. So that means that your cost share that you're going to be receiving from the HBIIP program is not $38,000, it's $19,000, because the average capped cost that you can put in for is $38,000 for that. And along those lines, Tony has it set up, the program HBIIP is set up that you can only do up to 50% of the average capped cost. So the most you're ever going to receive is $19,000 for that dispenser. Now that's going to include that's the total project cost. So that's everything included with that dispenser.
So installation, does it include like the island form or anything like that, or is it just the dispenser and the installation of the dispenser?
The dispenser,
yes, sir,
and the installation. Yep.
Okay, that's an important point. And it's not 19,000 off the top. If I get my dispenser and it only costs me 30,000 to do that, I don't get 19.
No, you get 50%. So the most you can ever get is 19,000. But if it's 30,000 is what you came in under the capped cost, and you'll get 50% of that. So it will be 15,000.
Now, if I'm a chump and somehow manage to spend 50,000 on a dispenser, how much can I get?
At 19,000.
Okay. Can I?
So the difference is you're made up with matching funds, correct?
Right.
Right.
So then I can list the rest of mine, my 31,000 that I spent, as my matching funds.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You may, but also keep in mind, please, that the return on investment is also an important part of this application. And if you have way overspent and have not done well on your bids, that may not be as effective for your project overall.
So that's important. I guess I hadn't thought about that. Return on investment is on the whole project, not just on USDA's investment.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay. So,
and remember, your priority score is a function of the higher blend activity points that you get, which are gallons going into the fuel stream, divided by the amount of requested funds. So it's gallons per dollar of requested funds. It determines your priority score.
So is that gallons per USDA dollars or gallons per total dollars spent?
That's total dollars. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. You're right. That's USDA dollars.
Okay, but the return on investment part is the part where you don't do any favors by just trying to add every expense you can think of as a match.
That's
which
correct.
I'm sure there's people saying, well, then I'm only getting 35% because I overspent in these other areas, but then that'll come back and bite you because your return on investment will be poor, and they'll say, well, he's not going to make it. He's not going to pay us back. So
yes, sir.
Okay, good, important points. And then regionally, if I live in a place where it's just really expensive, as opposed to someone else who lives someplace where it's really cheap, any differences there, or is it 38's 38?
Well, yes, 38 is 38. There is no regional distinction.
And that's kind of a national average that you guys got probably from the original
we had a lot of discussions with the petroleum equipment manufacturers and installers, And we determined those cap costs based on our discussions with them.
Okay. And the other thing I want to point people to is there's an equipment guide that's also under that to apply tab that, if nothing else, it helps you make sure that we're all using the same terminology.
Yes, sir.
You know, what's a dispenser, what's a fueling position, the stuff that we just went through. So if you need to refer to something there, that's important. The other thing is that the minimum requirement on this is that the dispenser be E25 compatible. Is that correct?
That's correct.
It doesn't have to be E85 compatible.
No, sir, it does not.
Okay. Okay. If you need more information, go to the USDA HBIIP website or flexfuelforward.com or use the other contact methods shown here. Thanks for following us, and we'll see you next time.